Exactly. Because I feel like it's consistency. Everyone, the one thing that everyone lacks is consistency. You go at one place, you had a good steak, right? The next time you go take your girlfriend or your boyfriend over there, and then you
Yeah.
end up,
Yeah.
you find out that, you get, sometimes you get embarrassed by the type of quality these guys have, right? So you had a very good meal
Yeah.
last time, but this time you go and then you're like, yaar, sorry, मैं माफी चाहता हूँ
You.
आपसे.
What is up, you guys, and welcome back to another Fire podcast. Over here today, we have Hamza Bhatti over here, or as most of you might know him as Hamza the Bhatti, because that's his Instagram handle. That's how most people know him, and he just crossed 10K followers. Guys, okay, I'll give you a little bit of a backstory on how we got Hamza on. Basically, I've been following Hamza on and off for like for a better part of like around a year or 2 years, but then the way we work is that Salman and I divide our guests into how we reach out to them. So Salman reached out to Hamza, and I had no idea he was getting Hamza on. So what happened was that when Salman told me that this guy called Hamza Bhatti is coming onto the podcast, Manika, wait, is it Hamza the Bhatti? I went and did a little bit of digging. I'm like, yep, this guy is coming on. So guys, I'm excited. Salman is hopefully excited because we're going to be diving into his content creation journey over here today. But before we do that, please, boys, I know we've not done this for around 85 episodes, but we have an audio wing. Spotify, Apple, iTunes, all those audio wings. There's an audio only version of this. So if you're on your way to work, if you're on your way to fuck a bitch, or if you're on your way to grab some food, please listen to our podcast because you're probably gonna get some education, and yeah, we're gonna go from there. Salman, take it over. Let's start.
Yeah, so Hamza, let me talk about you instead of about Saad for, let's finally get to the reason why we're here. So you do digital marketing, you are very familiar with content, you're on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and you've got some great stuff out there. Um, the very first thing I want to ask you, just because it's on my mind, is what's your favorite type of content? You make so many videos. What types of things do you really enjoy making? Is it the food? Is it the travel?
First of all, Salman and Saad, thank you so much for having me on your show. It's always, great talking to you young guys, and,
Anytime.
giving out some, much needed information ऐसे लोगों को जो कि who are actually, doing such a good job. And to be honest, so when I
Thanks,
talk
man.
about content, I was obviously in the start was inspired by travel vlogs. शुरू में, I was watching Muru and I was watching Junejo and all. But when I picked up the camera,
Junejo.
I was always interested in when I started making videos. It was in the start it was a lot of travel, but then I was like, कि नहीं यार, दुनिया में बहुत कुछ खराब है. So I need to fix some stuff as well. So whatever I was learning time के साथ साथ, I tried to make content on that as well. I had a pretty difficult post-graduation journey. So I realized that people needed some content जिसमें how they can deal with this post-graduation problems. So for now, I've been making a lot of content that revolves around getting jobs. How to get good skill sets. What type of skills that you need in order to progress in your career. So it's a mixed bag of stuff that I'm doing now.
Okay, that's really nice. And to be
Yeah.
clear, when you
Yeah.
talk about jobs and skill sets, are you trying to give advice more specific to digital marketing or more specific to people who are graduating in Pakistan? Is that right?
Yeah, so it's pretty generic advice of when you have graduated or when you're going through that graduation journey. What are the things that you should be doing? Because I remember I had no idea while I was going through uni that what are the things that I should be doing, and the fact कि सिर्फ पढ़ाई करना is not enough. Once you graduate, तो आपको लग
Yeah.
पता जाता है जब आपको कहते हैं जी 2-3 साल का एक्सपीरियंस पहले आप लेके आए तो हम आपको जो है ना हम इंटर्नशिप देंगे. So
Yeah.
so those were the things which
Hamza,
I felt like
Hamza, I want to
people,
expand upon
yeah,
this.
yeah.
I want to expand upon this little point. Speaking of padhai and all that. Guys, I have an exam tomorrow. It's 8 p.m., 8:30 p.m. right now. I have an exam at 9 a.m. tomorrow. I'm here doing a goddamn podcast. It's a final, guys. It's not even a mid, not a semester. It's a final exam, guys. My 60% of my course grade relies on this. So, guys, get out of padhai and start a podcast.
No.
other
Do
things.
the
Am I right, Hamza?
opposite.
Like,
Get out of padhai. No, exactly, because this is padhai, isn't it? Believe me, when I look back, I was like, dude, no one told us कि काम करना कितना जरूरी है पढ़ाई के साथ यार, और to have even such कुछ YouTube channel, कुछ Facebook, have something going on, because once you graduate आपको बिल्कुल नजर नहीं आ रहा होता कि यार मैं जिंदगी में कहाँ जाऊं, अदर देन अप्लाइंग फॉर जॉब्स जिसमें आपको कोई पूछना नहीं
Fucking
वाला.
swear, bro.
You have no idea. So it's very
Swear.
important that you get started, or you कोई भी either freelance कर रहे हो, either internships कर रहे हो, either you're going to an office nearby ढाबा, either you're going to a nearby ढाबा and वहाँ पे आप 2 घंटे के लिए टॉफीज बेच रहे हो. At least you're learning something, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like this is very
Yeah.
important, especially
Exactly.
after while you're graduating. Do something. That's because just having
Yeah.
a piece of paper as a degree, that's not enough.
That is very true.
Not in this economy. Not in this economy. I also think having a monogamous relationship in this economy is not really good. Having 3 people maybe pulling in money and then maybe having good living standards is possible, guys. Like, consider that. Consider that, guys. But anyways,
Yeah.
Hamza. I really want to talk about this. So, guys, for those of you guys who don't know, well, I've already said it like 4 times already. I've been following Hamza for a while, and I vividly remember the first video of his that I watched. Now, here's the thing, guys. I'm 90% sure it's Hamza. That 10% could be any other content creator. So I'm just gonna test that out right now. If I'm wrong, Hamza, please fucking tell me. We're gonna remove this entire segment.
Yeah.
So a while back on Facebook, I was just I'm a kid. I'm scrolling Facebook. Facebook was the thing. It still is the thing. And I come across this video of a guy. He is at a steakhouse. He is eating and tasting steaks, and he is giving his opinion. And it's a fairly new steakhouse at the time. It's called, I think it was CFU, by the way. I still haven't been there. I really want to go there. And yeah, you made a proper promotional video for CFU. Am I right, bro? Because I can stop right here. Was that you?
It was me. It was me.
Okay, yeah.
That is
Yeah,
this
okay.
new joint popped
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
and वहाँ पे I was there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So
Saad,
basically,
you're meeting
guys,
your childhood hero.
what really stood out to me. Shush! Shut the fuck up, Salman. We're getting to the pub. We're getting to the main crux of it. It's called the steaks. Dude, the shots were beautifully taken. Dude, they were stunning. The way you went inside the kitchen, you got the interview of the chef and everything. Bro, I had not seen content like that, especially around food, come out from Pakistan ever. Like I could not vividly remember anything like that. So that is when you caught my attention, and that is when you were officially on my radar. And yeah, man, tell us about that whole thing and how it went down, and how and is Steak by CFU actually a good place? Because I really want to go there.
What's unfortunate is COVID के बाद वो जगह बंद हो चुकी है. So you're not
Oh
getting it.
no.
Shit.
So RIP through that place. Like, and yeah, I distinctly remember, mouth. The name of the restaurant was pretty strange. The name of the restaurant was Mouthful. I was like, okay. So I went there. Someone suggested me, यार कि बड़ा कोई जबरदस्त restaurant है, and they've been serving steaks and all. And I remember, so normally जब मैं content बनाता हूँ, एक चीज मुझे हमेशा होती है. I'm always curious कि यार what goes. It's just and as you mentioned कि यार तुमने जाके अंदर पूरा kitchen and all cover किया. So मेरे लिए just eating that steak on that table wasn't enough. Like, I want to see कि बनती किस तरह. तो I remember उनका open kitchen
Oh,
था,
wow.
and I went at the back. I saw how the cheese steak sandwiches and the steaks and all of those things are made, and obviously I made sure कि थोड़े से मैं B-roll and all ले लूँ. People really liked it because I was like, मैं हमेशा अपने content में I'm very मैं कभी उसे प्रिटेंड नहीं करता यार कि मुझे कोई चीज कैसे लग रही है. मैं वही करता हूँ जो मुझे एक्चुअली फील होता है. ठीक है, तो ये ऐसे नहीं कि गाइस आज हम
That's
ट्राई
good.
कर रहे हैं
That's
स्टेक, बहुत मजा आ रहा है, वो वाला मैं नहीं करता. मैं बड़ा देसी पंडी स्टाइल में जो है ना हमेशा बोलता हूँ. तो हाँ, I mean that steak, that place was pretty nice, but I feel like it was a bit too expensive for what they were for whatever they were offering. And COVID really fucked up a lot of
Okay.
some very good joints, but so yeah.
I feel like I hear
It
that
is
a
what it
lot.
is.
A lot.
Salman, what do you?
People saying that, oh, this place is way too expensive. I think that's become like any new restaurant I've seen in Islamabad has always faced that criticism. And I feel like I don't blame them. I feel like rents are really high, but at the same time, a new place will open up. It'll have nothing innovative, and they'll ask you for 1,500 rupees for the most average menu item that you could possibly imagine, and it's
Exactly.
just crazy, man.
Mm.
I think what
Exactly.
we really need
Yeah.
like new places that are sustainable and that people want to go to.
Exactly. Because I feel like it's consistency. Everyone, the one thing that everyone lacks is consistency. You go at one place, you had a good steak, right? The next time you go, take your girlfriend or your boyfriend over there, and then you
Yeah.
end up,
Yeah.
you find out that, you get, sometimes you get embarrassed by the type of quality these guys have, right? So you had a very good
Yeah.
meal last time, but this time you go and then you're like, yaar, sorry, मैं माफी चाहता हूँ
Yo,
आपसे.
Hamza,
मेरा यार
Hamza,
plan नहीं था.
Hamza, I have a fucking story, bro, related regarding this, bro. Like, thank God you brought it up, bro. The restaurants in Islamabad are really inconsistent. Tuscany used to be my favorite place like 5 years ago. They had impeccable food, impeccable service. Their food was always up to the mark and everything. It turns out 5 years ago I wasn't too close to my parents, so I only went with my friends. Okay, and all of our friends were like, "Yeah, best Alfredo pasta, yeah, best pizza." It was like the rave, especially when it was like in a goddamn house. Now it's in Kosa and all that. Things are a little bit different. Dude, literally a year ago, Hamza, I went to the same fucking place. I ordered the same shit. I'm like, Mom, best fucking pizza. Mom, best steak. Mom, best, whatever, chawal. Dude, I swear to God, Hamza, it was subpar at best. Bro, I was paying upwards of 1,500 to 2K per dish. And it was subpar at best. And I was so disappointed. I'm like, dude, number one, we went during when lockdown was really fresh. So वो पोचा लगा रहे थे हमारे सामने. Like literally वो हमारे सामने पोचा लगाए थे in the middle of the restaurant क्योंकि पानी शानी लीक हो गया था. I'm like, wow, I'm paying for I'm paying top dollar for a restaurant that is literally doing a pocha in front of me. That was number one. Number two, the food that came was stale. To Tuscany, if you're listening to this, Khodam Khan, whatever your name is, please fix your shit up. Okay? Number two, dude, I can just keep going on and on, Hamza. I can just keep going on and on,
Yeah,
bro. Like, it
yeah.
was just atrocious.
Yeah, I know.
Listen,
The same
so
same is pretty much the same has happened with people as well. लोगों के भी यही हालात हैं. कुछ टाइम पहले क्या थे और आज क्या हो गया.
on the complete opposite spectrum,
Yeah.
you want to know a restaurant that's extremely consistent? I haven't been here in 2-3 years, but goddamn roasters, every time I went there, I'd try a different dish, and it would always taste exactly the same. I have never seen such consistency across an entire menu where the same sauce is used for all 55 items. That is the definition of consistency. Where there is no change, like not across time, not across items. That right there, that's proof that too much
But-
consistency can be a bit questionable.
Wese, speaking of restaurants, I really want to touch on cannoli. What happened? What happened with the whole cannoli thing, Hamza? You got that little boost of fame, and your video went viral. Can you give us some insight on what was going through your head? What exactly happened? Let the audience know. I think it's your time to shine, buddy.
To be honest, I mean, it's really cashing in जब कोई चीज trend कर रही हो, एक trending चीज थी.
Yeah.
And honestly, for some odd reason, I was, kind of offended as well, because when I saw that, the entire thing, I was like, no one deserves that, how they treated the manager and all. I was like, so let's make an example out of these people,
Yeah.
because, and everyone wanted that as well, by the way. So, and it's one thing that's pretty funny, by the way. This mushaira thing that we did wasn't actually our idea. Now, let me explain how that happened. The
Yeah.
mushaira thing was someone else's idea, and they were doing the mushaira at night, right? And so I go to Islam. I was in Pindi actually at the night before we did the mushaira in the afternoon. So a friend of mine reached out and was like, यार ये mushaira हो रहा है कि रात को कर रहे हैं, इतनी ठंड में कौन आएगा? मैंने कहा बात तो बिल्कुल ठीक है. So what we did
Oh
is
my
कि हमने
God.
कहा दोपहर को जाते हैं, कोई जाके इधर सिर्फ अपना शुगल मेला लगा आते हैं, कोई ऐसी चीज नहीं है. अब इमेजिन करो क्या हुआ. We went there, no one was
Yeah.
there. मैंने अपने Instagram, Facebook पर डाल दिया यार कि कोई आना चाहता है तो join us. We are going to just play some
Yeah.
मुशायरे के उधर मुशायरा over there and हम वापस आ जाएंगे. उस टाइम तक हमने सोचा नहीं था
Yeah.
यार कि हम कुछ बना सकते हैं. Believe me, this entire thing that we did was hardly done
Yeah.
in 5 minutes. I'm not even kidding. उस टाइम पे मैंने जब हम वहाँ पे पहुंचे तो हमने सारा चला मुशायरे वाला वो पीछे लगाया हुआ था हमने स्पीकर के ऊपर. सो हमने सोचा यार कि कुछ 2-3-4 बॉयज़ को जमा करते हैं, वहाँ पे खड़ा करते हैं और वहाँ पे कुछ ये एक छोटा सा क्लब बना लेते हैं. सो दैट्स व्हाट लिटरली डिड. मैं पार्क में गया, 2 बॉयज़ बैठ के चेस खेल रहे थे, 2 बॉयज़ बैठ के टिकटॉक बना रहे थे. मैंने कहा जरा बेटा तुम्हें पता सुना ना मुशायरे वाली बात, तुमने सुना ना वो मुशायरा वो हम करा रहे हैं. उनको मैंने बुलाया, वहाँ पे जमा किया एंड लाइक क्वाइट फ्रैंकली इट वाज वहाँ पर भी ये इसकी डायरेक्शन से लेके इसका क्या क्या बोलेंगे, कौन सा पीछे शेयर चलेगा, वो सारा का सारा मैंने वहाँ 5 मिनट के अंदर किया. और as soon as we shot that, as soon as we shot that, I realized one of my friends over there, he said, dude, I think this is going to go viral. मैंने कहा यार, I mean, I'm not sure, but let's see. And as soon as I posted, boom, आपके कौन के प्रोपेगेंडा से लेके आपके फलाने मैंगो बाज से लेके आपके जितने भी थे उन्होंने उसे रीशेयर करना शुरू किया.
Wow.
That's how it happened. So it wasn't even our idea, and the actual mushaira was at night.
Yeah,
My
that's really cool.
God.
Yeah,
Dude.
yeah. So,
And dude, honestly speaking, behavior like that is like something that should never be excused. But but what I noticed was the cannoli owners were also playing their game, their end of the game. They knew no publicity is bad publicity. They changed their fucking logo into an Urdu version, and they were playing along. They were like, "You want to play? This isn't checkers, bitches. This is chess. We're playing. We're also here to play." Oh, they didn't issue
They
a
never
single
apologized.
decent apology
They
and all
never
that.
apologized, by the way.
They were also in their same mental line and everything. And
Exactly.
I'm like,
100%.
wow, these guys are cashing in on the hype. And I'm
Right.
100% sure a lot more people went to Cannoli a week later and got burgers.
मैं परसों वहाँ पे बैठा हुआ था और कनोली बार से फुल हुआ था बाय द वे. मैं BLT बैठा हुआ था और वहाँ पे मैं देख रहा था कनोली पे लोग आए हुए हैं. भाई किसी
Yeah.
चीज आगे गुजर जाती है, लोगों को पब्लिसिटी बस चाहिए होती है, इज्जत की परवाह नहीं है यहाँ पे किसी को. Get it?
No, but listen, I'll be honest.
I
One thing
swear,
that cannoli
bro.
has going for it, cannoli is the food is good. They're actually good at that. When that story came out about them harassing their manager, I felt bad for him, but at the same time, I was like, yeah, I haven't been to cannoli in a while. I really want a burger from there. It's like the whole internet is ragging on them. I'm like, yeah, I kind of want to go there right now. I'm feeling hungry, man.
ये सलमान का फटिश था कि मैं कनोली जाके अब तो और भी ज्यादा हो गया.
I swear, bro. I swear. Dude, Hamza, expanding upon that, we had an episode, it was a fairly famous YouTuber. On that episode, I was a little bit, I was very out there. It was one of our first few episodes. It was in the early 30s and all that. And I was just like, bro, let's just make this a great episode. I was just talking over people. The lag was atrocious. So the episode made me look like the biggest asshole on the planet. Which I
he
hope I'm
was.
not. Comment down below. Comment down below if I'm not. but bro, that episode went viral. It got over, for a podcast with only 150 subscribers, it got 160 comments, and 150 of them were shitting on me. And I'm like, and I told Salman, bro, we've got to cash onto this, and we were like, dude, no publicity is bad publicity. Just stick to it. Just keep your head down and keep moving forward. And lo and behold, it is the most viewed episode on the channel. Thank you so much, you guys.
Yeah. Well, hey, Hamza, I think this is the point where we ask you to ask us a question. Anything you want to know, could be as random as you want. Ask away.
So how long is it going to take you to bring Azad Chaiwala on the show?
How long is it going to take you to get us in touch with him? No. How long is it going to take you to get us in touch with him? That's the real question.
I wish I could, पर मैं तुम्हारी जगह सबसे पहले मैं उसका इंटरव्यू करूंगा.
Wow.
But
Here's the thing about
Chaiwala.
Here's the thing about Chaiwala. Here's the thing about Chaiwala. He's a funny guy. He's very misogynistic in his views and everything, and he has a very unorthodox approach to the whole business world. But dude, I'm not even joking. Half the shit he says is pretty decent. If you go dig through the bullshit, when you get to the crux of it,
That's
the
true.
real
I
messages
agree.
he's trying to tell you They're legit. They're legit. They're based on hard work. They're based on action. They're based upon consistency. All the things that matter.
Exactly. And the same goes with Vakar Zaka as well, by the way. ठीक है? वो एक तरफ वो बहुत
Yeah.
ज्यादा controversial होगा, and रात को he's talking to girls के ये वाले कपड़े पहने, लेकिन बात ये कि जब वो बिटकॉइन की बात करते हैं तो उसमें बहुत से टाइम he's right. So I do feel like
Yeah.
such people, even as controversial as they would be, they are an
Yeah.
excellent way to grow on social media. Like, if you get a chance to have any of them
Exactly.
on the podcast, by the way, reach out to
Exactly.
Vakar. He probably does reply to people on Twitter and all.
Yeah.
So I would want either Vakar or Azad Chaiwala or here. And अगर मुझे
I'm
मौका
down.
मिला तो फिर obviously most certainly I will obviously मैं थोड़े ज्यादा decent लोगों को आपको recommend कर सकता हूँ, लेकिन still अगर हो सका तो मैं आपको जरूर करूँगा.
Bro, controversy is my middle name. Controversy is my middle name, Hamza. सीधी सी जो बात है. अच्छा, Hamza,
Oh, God.
one last thing before
But
we
hey,
head off.
guys.
Do you believe in Bitcoin and have you
Okay.
invested in it?
Sorry, I can't. What was your question?
Do you believe in Bitcoin and have you invested in it?
यार I do believe in Bitcoin, लेकिन इतने पैसे नहीं है जगह. अब तो कहाँ से कहाँ चला गया. पहले अगर 2 साल पहले
Okay.
मेरे पास $5,000 होते तो मैं कहता है भाई मैं अपनी गाड़ी बेच के इसमें डाल दूं. उस टाइम गाड़ी भी नहीं थी तो इसलिए.
My God,
Oh,
Hamza,
man.
my God. Salman, take
All
over the
right,
outro. Take over
Hamza,
the outro, baby.
Saad, this has been a ton of fun, man. I love this conversation. I've loved the topics
Yeah.
we've gone over. I still feel really hungry now. I really want a burger. So I'll see what I can do about that
From
after
cannoli.
this. But thank you so much for joining us. Guys, like and subscribe. Check us out on, Google Podcasts, iTunes, because we're there as well. As Saad
And
said,
Hamza's
listen to us when you
socials
go
are
to
down
work.
down in the description below. Hamza's socials are linked down below, by the way, if this episode goes viral.
Yep, and we'll catch you all next time. Peace.
Thanks
Peace.
guys. Bye.
Adios. Goodbye.